Hello, welcome to LeadMaster. In this tutorial we're going to talk about three things for the email editor. One is setting a background color. Two is adjusting the size of the image to make sure that it's appropriate for email. And three, we're going to talk about making it so that this email appears correct even if it's on a mobile phone. So the first thing is, in order to set a background color, I've got to create a table. And I can do that using the table command. And when I take a look at the source code, what I'm going to want to do is, here is my first table. This is the entire table. It's set for 100% width right here. And I am going to set a background color, BG color. Now this one just happens to be set for green. You can set this background color, go up to Google and search for an HTML color chart, and then you pick on a color and it will give you the appropriate code. So you can see the green that I've selected here is 81 F781. So if we go back here, we can see that's my color, 81 F781 right here. So once I've set the background color, I can go ahead and send myself a test email. I'm going to save that, click submit and save it. And then when I go to my email, you'll see right here it is got a background color of green. So that is the way to set the background color. Now let's talk about sizing an image appropriately for email. So if I am going to print with this, it would be 300 dpi or better, 300 pixels per inch or better. If I'm sending it over email, I don't want anything more than 72 dpi. Additionally, the size is important. Right now this size looks like it's about 2 inches by 3 inches. So what I do is I open it up in an image editor. So I'm on a Mac, so I'm opening this up with Preview, and Preview has some tools that allow me to take a look at the size. And so right now I've set this for 3 inches wide, and because it locks the aspect ratio, it automatically adjusts the height. So if I set this for 2.5 inches high, it would automatically adjust the height. It also shows you the size right down here. Now if I set this for something like 300 dpi, notice it goes up a whole bunch. And if I set this for something like 8 by 10, now it's a half a megabyte. And you can get very large images very quickly. And so you want to make sure that it's sized appropriately. So let's make this 3 inches and 72 dpi. Why do you want to do this? There's a couple of reasons. One, a lot of mail servers simply will not allow an image that is 3.5 megabytes to be delivered. Secondly, if someone's on a cell phone, they certainly don't want to get a 3.5 megapixel when something that's 25K will do. So a couple of good reasons to make sure that your images are sized appropriately. Finally, let's talk about setting up the content area so that it can show up well on a mobile phone or on a tablet. When you create this, you're creating a table. The table allows you to place the content where you want. It helps you control it by using cells. That's the appropriate way to do it. Additionally, you can tell the table that you want it centered in the content area, so it looks beautiful in virtually any email client. Well, if you're on a mobile phone, the width is going to change. So typically when you set up a table, you set a specific width. But in this case, we're not going to set a specific width. We're going to set a percentage. So let's go back to our HTML and take a look at that. So here is our first table, and that is set at 100% width. So the background will always be 100% wide. Here is our second table, and this contains the content. Now we might have set this up to be perhaps 600 pixels, but in this case, I've got it set for 60%. So that no matter what the width is, it's going to scale proportionally. So let's take a look and see what this will look like when it's delivered. So here's what it looks like in Gmail. And I can simulate what this is going to look like by squeezing the screen down. So notice how it adjusts for the width. So perhaps this is what it would look like on a tablet. And as I squeeze it down further, perhaps this is what it would look like on a mobile phone. You can see all of your content is there, but it has been sized proportionally. And this concludes the tutorial on using the email editor.